Greetings everyone and welcome to a new first taste for the channel where we're going to be checking out mini motorways. Now some of you might find this game somewhat familiar, certainly the presentation, and that is likely because you played mini metros. It's a spiritual if not direct precursor. Now, Mini Motorways is a strategy simulation game with a very relaxing, well, it's a very relaxing presentation, and it's a very relaxing start, though it does get a little bit more hectic as the game progresses. It has a very similar sort of vibe to Dorfromantik at the beginning, but later on the strategy elements really start to pick up pace. It is developed and published by Dinosaur Polo Club and was released very recently on the 20th of July, and I am very, very excited to show it to you. I adored Mini Metros, and as you can see, I've played through a map on Los Angeles, and I've started Beijing just to have a quick look at what the map would be like. There are several maps with the game, but you may have noticed right at the beginning, let's do that, it's a little bit faster, we've got daily challenges and weekly challenges as well to keep the game fresh, and these come with various different modifiers to the maps. But we're just going to go ahead and jump into Beijing and play for 40 odd minutes, and well, hopefully not lose in that time, but you never know. Now, the premise of the game, and you can pause time, that little tinkle there is letting us know that I have paused it, and now the UI just slowly fades in, and it's really comfortable. You can play this in night or day mode. By the way, we're playing with night for the easy on the eyes. Now, the main premise of the game is these sorts of buildings here with the parking lot will generate passengers, and the passengers need to be taken to a house of the same colour via a car of the same colour. Now, the houses, you can change the direction of the roads, you can draw the roads all over the place, you can remove them and you get them back. And unlike this, you can't you can't change the orientation of these buildings, but you can with the houses like so. So that actually does give you a bit of tactical flexibility. However, this is a particularly rough location because I've got to go around and back in. My lord, I used up so many of my roads just to connect to this one building. Now, there are bridges, and I could make this a little bit faster. And in fact, if I really want to do, I could do that right now and demonstrate it for you. Something along the lines of that. And then we will just quietly take away that whole road and save us a little bit of trouble. Now, let's bring you down. Having to go through the trees, very sorry about that. Now, it's not just roads you're going to have, and we have used up the one bridge we had. Like mini metros, as you progress through the game, you will unlock certain specialist tools, which will make your job much, much easier. And yes, I know, there's no real reason to have that curve there. In fact, I'm using pause. Well, no, I'm definitely using a little bit more road doing it this way. But it just looks a little bit nicer. It looks a little bit cleaner. You can go ahead and use the time controls over here to speed it up, and in the beginning you're definitely going to want to do that, but don't feel like you have to continue to play it on high speed, especially once the game gets in full swing. Let's change the direction there. It looks a little bit nicer. Sure, let's bring this down like so. Well, actually, that looks a little bit tight of a corner there. There we go. Now, there will be lots of different colors like Mini Metro. The game gets progressively more complicated as time goes on. Our score is tracked by the amount of people that we've successfully moved from a building, and the game ends when the passengers at a building have stacked up to the maximum and no new passengers have been moved out of there for a set period of time, a couple of seconds in general. Now, I have run out of roads. This is a bit of a problem. However, at the end of the week, we will get a bonus unlock, which should help us out down here. But honestly, our placement right now has not been grand, and we are slowly stacking up the passengers back here. Hopefully we'll be able to get all of this sorted out. There we go. We've got a new bridge. I don't think we need that one right now, but I will absolutely take a roundabout because I'm British, okay? I'm not gonna paint that as anything other than what it is. I'm taking roundabouts because I come from Britain, the land of roundabouts. There we go. Now, we can use that later on. We really don't have any use for it now, though I could place it down just to show you. Let's pop it there, for example, if I wanted to allow traffic to move around there nice and swiftly, I could put it there and you can just take it away. And this is the same for more or less everything. If I were to delete this road, I'd get the bridge back, so on and so forth. But we're really not going to need that roundabout for quite some time. We would need a junction where there's a lot of congestion going on that we want to try and speed up and just keep a constant flow. There are traffic lights as well if you don't necessarily need a constant flow, and there's just a little backing up every now and then. You just want to make sure that the people coming into the junction, regardless from which direction, get equal priority to move through that junction. But let's speed things up. Oh, actually, let's slow them back down again. There we go. Now we're going to see a little bit more traffic moving in this direction as we have the blue houses as well. Now I'm going to try and avoid this where I can. A junction that leads straight into another junction is never a good idea, and that is true in real life as it is in this game. But sometimes the game does make it a little bit harder for you. That being said, we could just do this. There we go. Now that should actually help out a wee bit, but we will start seeing that vehicles, since there's so many different colored vehicles now trying to move through this one junction, maybe this will be a reason for us to use a roundabout. We don't need to yet though, but it will be something we're going to have to look into shortly. Now we could just go for road tiles here. We'll have 2 roundabouts, sure. Can never have too many roundabouts. But I am noticing that the passengers are starting to queue up down here. Now that doesn't surprise me too much, since we've got very few yellow or blue houses. Ooh, and now we're going to need a bit more traffic heading over in this direction. Really, that is less than ideal. I'm going to be honest with you. Less than ideal. Can I go down that direction? I cannot. Well, what we can do is this. It's not exactly a good move, but might free things up a little bit better. Now over here, yeah, I'm getting a little bit concerned about this particular junction here. Getting a little bit concerned. We'll keep a close eye. Ooh, that's going to make things even more tricky for us. But slowly, more and more houses will be added to the map, and as you can see, and honestly, the soundscape of this game is wonderful. Just the little dings and dongs as passengers pop up or get picked up. But we are starting to see a bit of congestion over here at blue. That is a little bit of a worry. So I'm going to be paying special attention to the blue cars and just making sure that they're not being delayed too heavily. Now, I would very much like to take some traffic lights. Absolutely on that one. That will help us out in a big way, I should imagine. At this point, I'm going to move this around a little bit. Let's move that put a little bit more room between that junction there. This should improve things. And in fact, now that the map has changed, we can afford to move this around a little bit and actually, again, try to put some distance between these junctions where we're able to. We don't want a junction leading straight into another junction. Actually, one thing we could do over here is have these cars go up this way. Oh, okay, well that's... this has caused me a problem. One that we're going to have to slow down for. A lot of things just happened there. Okay, let me first have you hook up. Now, this is a new color, and we've got them over a river. Now, I have to get over that river. So, we're going to have to do a fairly large redesign to our logistics here to connect this all up, because I need that bridge back. Now, we won't get the bridge back until this road is gone, and this is actually a good opportunity to illustrate something. Even though I've deleted this road, there were cars already pathing across it. And so, to avoid situations where the cars are just driving over water and similar situations, just driving over the landscape without a road, in fact, it will not give you back the item until there's no more cars currently trying to use that thing. So if a car, in this instance it was fairly easy, a car was just moving off them and nothing else had pathed across them. However, if a car had already made that route, that bridge, a part of its journey plan, and it just started off, it would wait until that car had crossed. And the same for return journeys, and so that is quite an important one. Now, down here, ooh, this one's going to be a potential tricky one. Actually, no, that did end up being nice and easy. Now, they're going to have a very short trip, which will be very nice for them, I'm sure. Let's join up there again, just so we've got a little bit of distance between this junction. In fact, at this point, I could move things around a little bit. We've got red, blue, and yellow all using this junction, so perhaps a little bit of a redesign is in order. Let's go ahead and use one of those glorious roundabouts, eh? Yes, I think we should. And then just join up there. In fact, we could bring this... Well, actually, that's as good of a position as any. This one here definitely needs to go through this roundabout. These ones might not. So let's draw that out there. And then have this join up about here. It's not the best junction plan, but I'm just trying to make sure that if the yellow car was just trying to get to this area, they're not going to be interrupted by blue traffic. I know the blue traffic is always going down here. Right now, the white traffic is very, very convenient for us because it really is only going to one place. But that little junction there, not exactly the best. Honestly, if we could bring the roundabout across just a tiny bit more, that might even be better so that we could have the red houses and the yellow business there all joined in. But we'll wait until the day is over and see what we get next. We can always use our traffic lights, perhaps, if there is a need. But right now, things are looking a little bit better. Though, this road is now very much not in the best place. Ah, right, okay. I'm tempted to take the bridge over the motorway. Right now, we haven't got too much congestion, sorry. But the motorway is, as one might expect, a very rapid road, and it can be elevated. That's the key ability of the motorway. Not so much the idea that perhaps the speed limits are different, but the fact that the motorway can exist above other roads. So you can create very nice bypasses with that. But we're going to go for a bridge just because I'm a little worried about everything over here. But we definitely need to change this up once again. Let's go ahead and join up down there. In fact, no, actually, we'll keep that one pointing up in this direction. However, at this point, I think it's fair for us to have these cars going down here. Well, actually, let's go out like that. Nice big old turn there. That should work fine, I think. There we go. That'll be a little bit better for peeps. We do have a lot of red buildings over here, and something I didn't address is this building had enough traffic that it basically upgraded and will now produce more traffic, which, you know, might be a good thing, might be a bad thing. Depends on how much potential you have for shifting those passengers around. Right now, we've honestly got a lot of red cars on the map, so this shouldn't be too much of a problem as long as we can make sure there's not too much congestion around here. Likewise, I think, okay, that one is going to be a bit of a tricky one. I want to move the roundabout, but this is an opportunity for us to have a look at something else. Now, we've got a big parking lot over here, and as you can already imagine, this building here is going to allow us to have a second building. As far as I'm aware, this will always be a different color. So, this is going to be a very important hub. However, unlike the regular parking lots that we've got, there's also one other feature, and that is the ability to drive through this. Cars can use this like a road, but I do believe they slow down just a little bit more than usual. At this point, I now very much do want all of these houses to go up here rather than down there directly. At this stage, I very much want to move this road around. So let's go ahead and see what we can do with this roundabout, shall we? Can I just place a roundabout? I can. Marvellous. Okay, well, with that then, let's bring this up there. Let's bring you down and in. I think we'll do the same there. Honestly, this house is just in the wrong spot for me. Connect that up there. That is a shame here. One thing I could do, perhaps, is have these houses go up and around, because that's really the only reason I'm bringing these houses down here. Perhaps, in fact, let's try that. Let's move the yellow houses up here instead. Since they're going in this direction, this might actually allow them. We've got roads to spare. If their destination is here, then they're not going to even have to go on the roundabout, which will actually help us out quite a bit. And that gives us some nicer positions where the cars are connecting. We are still going to need that road there, though. But this should help us out in a pretty big way, I would imagine. Now, ultimately, I would very much like to build another bridge over here. Not gonna lie, that would be very helpful. Sure, okay, let's connect you up there, and we'll just connect all the way down along here. But if we could go through from this roundabout and just hook up across the river, that will potentially help us out in a big way. And I could even perhaps make that into a roundabout in the future. We'll see about that one. We might not need it. Now, I can control a lot of the flow of the traffic. For example, these vehicles are never going to need to go up here. So what I could do is just cut them off. This way, this is no longer... Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, yellow cars. I am a bad road designer. Never put me in charge of roads. I will enjoy myself enormously there. The traffic, though, will not. They will not enjoy this at all. Motorists will hate me. However, I'm a little bit concerned about over there. We're not seeing these cars getting onto the roundabout nearly as fast as I would like. We'll keep a close eye on that. But right now, it's only these cars that are moving around. I'm not seeing too much congestion here, so I think we'll allow that one. But this is a problem. That is definitely a problem. And I think perhaps what we should do is maybe move them around a little bit further. And let's just tidy this road up there. There we go. That looks a lot better, though. Well, actually, you can go up there. That should be fine. Oh, no. Well, you're kind of far away, I'm going to be honest. I would love it if you were a little bit... Oh, okay, well, this is getting a little bit more of a problem, but that should be okay over there. I am quite concerned about our red building down here, though. I'm not sure that this is going to work out. Though, that being said, there isn't a lot of congestion right now, so we might be alright. We might be alright. We'll see. I'm going to tidy that little road up there, though. Okay. Things are okay, except for the fact that there are so many passengers waiting. Ah, oh, damn it. That would have been amazing if we could have just cut that across there. Alright. Well, I guess we are now going to have to make these buildings able to connect. And honestly, a road here wouldn't be a bad idea. Simply because these vehicles might have a well, actually, they can still already connect there. But this green vehicle might want to go there, and these green vehicles might want to go up there. So we'll allow that for now. Hopefully that will help out a little bit rather than having them all have to make use of this area. I don't want to put too much more pressure on this roundabout just yet. But we are now seeing vehicles for, well, 2 going over here, 2 going down here. So that's actually not too bad. The main one is this area where it might be feeding quite a few places. Thankfully, so far, we haven't got any more orphaned white houses around the area, because that might actually make things rough for us. Though this is going to start needing a lot more passengers as time goes on. This is still one of the better areas. Though I am noticing that, generally speaking, you kind of have little cul-de-sacs of the same houses, which is a bit of an interesting design going on there. We do see them popping up elsewhere every now and then, but you tend to see them clumped together. Okay, I think it is now time. We've got 2 roundabouts, we've got 2 lights, we've got 20 roads, we've got no bridges, I don't believe. But now we have a motorway. Now, I am willing, I think, to perhaps pop in a motorway around here that bypasses this roundabout. I'm not sure that would necessarily be the best move just yet. But taking the blue traffic over here, maybe over to this side, would help quite a lot. And we're starting to see a little bit more happening over there. Okay, yeah, let's slow things down. In fact, let's slow it down completely. Connect that road up there. This way, I've got a nice little area that I can connect to over here. Now, motorways are done in a slightly different way. You put the start point of the motorway down, then you draw out the motorway, and we want this motorway to connect just around here. This way, if this red vehicle or any of these blue vehicles need to be... Well, actually, the blue vehicles won't ever need to use this motorway. These blue vehicles might, if they're going there. I think if they're going here, it'll still be faster to go around this area, but I'm not sure if the vehicles will actually do any kind of traffic avoidance. So if one route is particularly congested, they'll select an alternate if one is available. But this red house over there, if they want to get over here, can have more or less a direct route. And actually, to that end, I'm very tempted to have these buildings go that way. We'll see how it plays out right now. We're definitely seeing, though, that quite a lot of the traffic is making their way over that motorway now. This has complicated matters. Oh dear. Okay. Well, I'm a little bit worried about that, but we should be okay for the time being. One thing, although I'm watching this with the strategic eye, trying to work out the best routes, I have got to say, you end up drawing very pretty maps with this game. Also, there's the potential to draw very not pretty maps. I mean, I'm not going to lie about that one. You can end up with a bit of a nightmare grid, but right now, things are looking quite manageable, and I really do like it. Obviously, if you play the game on with... Let's actually connect up to there, because as I suspected, we had some houses popping up. Now, they can just move through that parking lot, but if you play it on the slower speed, it remains much more gentle and relaxed for a lot longer. Obviously, if you're playing it on the faster speed, things will get a bit hectic. How are we going to connect up to you? Let me have a think. Oh, no. I just had to go and mention that I was happy that there were no white houses over there, didn't I? I had to. I've done this to myself. I am the cause for my own difficulties here. Okay, well, I want to make that a little bit cleaner. But how are we going to connect up to you? Because I really don't want to have to have them go over the roundabout here. I guess we could just allow vehicles through there. Alternatively, I could, since, again, the white traffic doesn't really need that much access to the main network, generally speaking, but well, I think this one will allow us more tactical flexibility here in this scenario. So we should be okay. All right, things are going all right. I think I can be confident enough to accelerate time, though. Obviously, this area is getting a little bit nasty. Oh dear. Okay, well, that's going to complicate matters. Sure, we'll pop that one there. How are we going to connect up to you, though? We don't have enough roads. Okay, so we are going to need to make some decisions with this. Are there any places that I could save roads? I don't think so. How close are we to the end of the day? Not very. We're quite far from the end of the week, actually. All right. Well, one thing we can do is you can connect that up there. That gives us one road back. That does force some of the blue traffic to have to take this route now, though, which is a bit of a pain. Alternatively, as much as I don't want to do it, I could have these vehicles go that way, tighten up that road completely and connect it up. Oh, really? That actually cost me more roads. It's because ultimately they were, in a way, cheaper. I could do this as well. I could perhaps do this. Will that connect? Oh, I've got to wait. I went over this earlier. I was a little bit surprised by that being the case there, but let's connect that up. We've just got to wait for those cars to finish their route, and then we can connect things up. There we go. I'm hopeful that that route will disappear in a moment, because we rather desperately need to be able to get traffic around there. Come on. When is that road going to go? Very much need to... Oh, wait, that's because... Oh. Well, now. Okay. I have created a bit of a problem. No cars can get back there. Ah, there we go. Aavak almost scuppered his own efforts to make it through this week, much less through the game. Or rather, through the episode. Let's see. We could perhaps save a little bit on roads by doing this. There we go. It does make it a bit less pretty, but does save us those precious, precious road tiles. You're going to cause me problems, aren't you? You're probably going to delight in it. Oh, well. Okay, that sorts that out. Let's get rid of you. Connect up down there. Does that actually make any difference, though? Possibly not. No. Let's keep it looking tidy. But you are a bit of a potch over there. Connecting up on this side is going to be even worse. So 1, 2, 3. Actually, we can sort of do it. Look, I know I wasted a road there. I don't care, but I am really concerned about this. We're basically driving the vast majority of all of our white traffic up through here, and actually quite a lot of our red traffic is having to go through as well. Okay. That turn-off is going to be an issue. Let's go ahead and pop down a traffic light. It might make a difference. We will see. There we go. Cars will have to wait before they can pull out there, hopefully. Or is this completely jammed it? Can it do a... Oh, it doesn't look like it can actually manage a T-junction there. It looks like it might need junctions in all directions. Okay, well, that one's going to be an issue. Okay, well, we're starting to pull things back, but we definitely need some more roads. That's ultimately what's holding us back right now, as I desperately need roads. We'll see what we can do. Have we got a spare motorway? I do actually have a spare motorway. Okay. Well, this might solve some of my problems. I wonder if we could get this motorway to connect up there. We might be able to just do away with a bunch of this traffic by just going like so. You know what? I should have thought of that earlier. That will take out a lot of the congestion off this road. We'll see if that is enough to make a difference. Another motorway, I know. I could have done with more road tiles there, but I feel that was the better play ultimately. Now, you need to just be connected up somewhere, so let's connect you there. But we do have another motorway, and I could perhaps try and have a motorway over here, so any, for example, red traffic from down here that wants to get over there could go this route instead of necessarily having to go through that route. I'm not sure it'll really make that much of a difference for us, but I can always draw this, pick that back up later if I need to. Let's have this connect up over here. There we go. Let's see how that will go. I'm not really sure I want you to connect up on this point. I guess I'm going to have to, though. In fact, let's try and tidy these up if I can. Can I have that one jot down there? Yes, I can. Okay, well, you can thankfully remain in that little area there, but that should give us a little bit more movement around here. At least the vehicles that are coming back to these houses have got a very nice route taken. Shouldn't clog up this area any further, because that is really grinding to a halt. Also, if they're going down here, then they can just go straight down there, which will help a little bit. We have got a bit of a problem over here, though. Okay, well, things are slowly coming together. I think we're staving off our doom by very small amounts, but I still haven't connected up this, and that is going to cause me a great deal of trouble. Oh, my lord. I completely forgot about it. I'm not going to lie, not gonna paint it as anything other than what it is, and that is me being a derp. Right, there we go. That'll help a little bit, but I've got one extra road. I should be able to connect you up with that one extra road, and you up there. That'll help, but won't necessarily... You know what? Let's not use that road if we can avoid it. Let's try and connect that up if we can. As soon as that tile isn't there anymore. Try it. Okay, that has caused me a bit of a problem. You can connect up straight away. This one is going to be an issue. I've got to wait for a vehicle or to get a road to connect those back up there. Let's see. I can connect you there without issue. I can connect you there. But getting you to connect, I basically need to wait for that particular car to come back. You're going to be a problem. Right now, all this is done... Oh, you know what? Let me just connect you up so you can move around, I suppose. Later on, I'll fix that. But for the time being, I desperately need more of these houses to connect. Let's have a look. That is on the verge, as is this one, of losing. As you can see, the timer grows red as we approach the point where we'll lose the game. Okay, so a bridge or a motorway? I think the motorway is the smarter choice. Let's get that all hooked up properly. And you can connect up there. We've gone from a beautifully laid out road system to just wherever I can save a road, I have to save a road. You know what? Let's pop that one there as well. There we go. That puts a little bit less pressure on this road, which is having a bit of trouble. Now, I need to bring blue traffic down here. I think a motorway starting here will help. We can connect it up there. There you go. That should help out a little bit. And that can also service this building there. if I have enough roads, connecting this up on that side will give me a little bit of help, and we'll connect up there just to give our vehicles a few more options on where to go. We're beyond the point of trying to control the flow of the traffic at this point. We're just trying to have the traffic flow. That is the best we can hope for right now. You can connect up there. That'll be a lot easier. And you across there. There we go. But I don't know how much we can fend off the end down here. We'll certainly give it our best shot. The traffic over there is just awful, though. What have we got to try and fix this? We have got traffic lights. Let's pop that down. Oh, we can't put it at the point of a motorway. That's a bit of a shame. That would have helped. But okay, well, I guess we're just going to have to hope for the best then. Now, where is the worst of it? I mean, down here isn't terrible, but it is getting bad over there. A lot of vehicles are trying to make their way down to this point. Do we have a spare bridge? Sadly not. Okay, we can see if there's anywhere that would work for a roundabout, perhaps. This might help. Sure, okay, we'll pop down a roundabout right there. It'll overlay this house a little bit, so let's pull that down in that direction instead. Is everywhere connected? Looks like they are so far, except for this one. Oh, and this one, actually. Okay, well, we're going to have a look into that one. I need a little bit more, a few more rows than I really have to fix that problem. Oh, no, we did manage to squeeze that in. Nice, but we've currently got 3 of the buildings with their timers, and these 2 are both really close. All of our end traffic is stuck in a traffic jam back here. I don't think we're going to be able to pull this one back, sadly. We put forward a fair effort, but honestly, the roundabout here has just gotten so congested. Traffic lights might have been a bigger... we should have transitioned to traffic lights, rather, closer to the end there, and that might have saved us, but yeah. I was paying too much attention to other things. Too few cars could reach this destination in time. Your city shut down after 69 days, but 909 commuters travelled on your roads over that time. As I said, it can get a little bit hectic towards the end. There's almost constantly something for you to be looking at, and definitely hearing the tooting horns from the cars does add to the not relaxed anymore kind of feeling. But in general, I find this actually an incredibly cathartic experience, just watching the cars drive around. Now, there are a couple of options that you can use to try and deal with that. For example, you can simply go into audio and drop the volume down to either off or just quiet and full. I'm not sure if I prefer having a dial where I can just select the percentage of the volume to this, but I feel that with the with this volume slider, it doesn't just drop the volume, but it also kind of puts emphasis on different things in the soundscape. So, for example, the tooting horns become much less of a in-your-face moment. Though they are, the soundscape is definitely used as part of the feedback for the user on how well the city is doing and whether there are problems. So I probably would never play it with it completely off, but definitely quiet can help out a little bit. But that is going to be it for our first taste. I really had fun with this one, and I hope any of you who pick up the game will have at least as much fun playing it as I did showing it to you. But that is going to be the end for today. So, as always, if you enjoyed what you saw and you'd like to see more, whether of this game in particular or games like it, then do let me know down in the comments or with a like on the video. St. Algorithmus, as always, will thank you for your tithe. But that is going to be it from us. So, until next time, to take care, everyone.